Alright, you guys, welcome back to some more Ley-Line. We just got through a few of these stories, Neko's, Tsubaki and Kasumi, and Adelheide's, all very lewd. Why did I expect anything different? We're going to be doing Ushio Matsuki's, and then I'm going to be going into the Ushio story. And then we still have this blank one that we don't have quite unlocked yet. I'm assuming that's something we'll unlock at some point during Ushio's kind of side story. We'll see. Maybe I have to do the whole thing first and I can come back to this. Either way, I'm going to do the Ushio Matsuki one, and then we'll hopefully jump into Ushio's story as well. I'm assuming this isn't that long. It might be lewd, so I might have to cut out a lot of it anyways, but we're going to go ahead and start with that. Classes have ended for the day, and I'm heading towards the bureau office as usual. Is something going to happen today? I don't know, you tell me. Is it going to be something lewd? I'm wondering if this is going to be a little bit of a romance between Ushio and Matsuki. Just because I feel like they're such good friends, I think it's always kind of natural to assume that maybe something could happen between them. But who knows? Just because you're friends doesn't mean you have to be more than friends, though. I mean, I want to clarify that. There haven't been any mist-related incidents recently, so it'd be great if it were another peaceful day. You're starting to sound like Koga. However, given that the school is as far from normal as you can get, anything's still possible. I don't know, I actually think this school, for the most part, is normal. Besides all the stuff that we've encountered, from the student's perspective, it's pretty normal.
遅いよ、もーちゃん。むつき、でもいつも通りの時間ですよね。何言ってるの。いいから早く着替えなきゃ。
Just get changed? Oh no.
着替え？ほら、走って走って。
Are they gonna lewd Ushio too? As I'm about to enter the room, Matsuki grabs me and pulls me with her. I run with her, oblivious to what exactly is going on.
どこに行くの、むつき？何言ってるの。いつも行ってるとこだよ。
Okay, then why is she late?
いつも？
Still doesn't ring any bells, and I can do nothing but blindly follow her. And it's great, because if it's Matsuki, she'll just blindly do whatever. Koga-kun comes in through the bureau office door. Matsuki and I have been expecting him, and we hurriedly get up and stand side by side.
おかえりなさいませ、ご主人様。
This is so much better than anything I was imagining. This is, what do they say? Subarashi. It's wonderful. Okay? This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, gosh dang, I have such a thing for maid outfits. I love it so much. My wife bought one. She only wears it like once like every so many months, but it's like you can just feel like yourself getting showered by heaven, you know? Like it's just the most wonderful, sublime feeling in the world. Anyways, we're gonna go and continue on. Welcome back, Master. Ah, it's so good.
おかえりなさいませ。
What in the world is happening? Pure bliss is what's happening right now, guys. This is great. Koga-kun is completely unfazed by all this and looks at us as if nothing is out of the ordinary.
なぜいきなりメイド服を着せられているのですか？なぜムツキは疑問を持っていないのですか？
That's because Matsuki's rocking it. Like, look at those thighs, guys. What is that called? Like, the space between, like, the shorts or, like, where your clothes end and, like, the thigh highs meet? And, you know, there's, like, a skin in between. Is it, like, absolute dominion or something like that? I don't know. There's a word for it, and it's great. It's a wonderful thing.
もうちゃん、ちゃんと大きな声でお迎えしなきゃダメだよ。
Now Ushio's is a little bit more modest, and that's totally fine. Modest maids are still great, okay? They don't need to be lewd, they don't need to be sexual. Just the maid outfit is just like, it's just a wonderful thing, okay, guys? It's just a wonderful thing. But it has to be, like, the right girl. Like, not any girl can just wear a maid outfit and then they're, like, magical, you know? It has to be the right person. Especially people who don't like to wear the maid outfits. I think those are the best. Like she's rocking that. Anyways, I'm a little bit passionate because I'm so excited to see maid outfits. As if you couldn't tell.
そうだよ。ほら、もう一度。おかえりなさいませ。 ご主人様。もう、やっぱり声が出てないな。
Honestly, though, Matsuki looks really great in this too. I've never thought to think of her in a maid outfit, and now I'm appreciating it very much. Matsuki is kind of one of those characters that came in so late that I didn't really like develop much feelings for, I guess. In the, you know, as a character and in the looks department, I guess I didn't really, you know, have time to develop something there. Whereas, you know, Ushio, we've known Ushio for quite a while now. I'm gonna miss Ushio. Thanks, you too. Why am I thinking about the end already? Like, I'm ruining my moment. Oh, never mind. We continue on. I was wondering how he would respond.
古賀くん、どうしてこの状況に対して何のコメントもしないんですか？そこは突っ込むとこでしょ。しかも私がこんな格好をしているのに、こんな。
This is such a great time. That's what it is. It's aggravating, both with the current state of affairs and Kogaku's run-of-the-mill response, and also having to call him master. Why did things turn out this way? I have no recollection of agreeing to serve him.
お茶を入れますから、奥の椅子に座って待っていてくださいね。
Like, this whole scene right now is appealing to the male fantasy in the best way. It's not explicitly sexual by any means, but it's still great, and I still love it. Sorry, I had to, like, pause the video there for real quick. My wife called. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just talking about how much I love maids. I showed her, like, what was, you know, on the screen. We were video calling and stuff, and I was telling her, like, I told you guys about how she wears a maid outfit. Sometimes she got really embarrassed. I'm like, babe, don't worry about it. You don't wear it that often anyways. She's like, yeah, I don't wear it, like, maybe, like, once or twice a year or something. I said every once a few months, so close enough, right? It was just really funny. The timing couldn't have been better. Anyways, great. He sits down at my reserved seat without any reservation. It's almost as if he's been sitting there to begin with.
そこは私の。
Huh? What's wrong, Luko?
いえ、ですからその席。もーちゃん、私はご主人様の肩を揉むからお茶のご用意を。
Oh, hey, yo? Matsuki's gonna massage your shoulders? I don't think Ushio's gonna like that.
私が？
I have no idea why the two of us have to do either of those tasks. As I'm staring at her blankly, Matsuki starts rubbing Koga's shoulders and frowns at
そう
me.
だよ。ほら、早く早く。コーヒーの入れ方わかるよね。
This is like the dream that every male wants, except they don't want it to be a dream, they want it to be reality, okay?
それはわかりますけど。じゃあ、そっちはお願いね。はい。
I love embarrassed Ushio. Have I said that already? Because I love it so much. She just, like, breaks down. She's normally this confident, well put together person, you know, and then anything slightly embarrassing happens and she's like this, and it's wonderful. She continues her massage while barking orders at me. I stare at her confused, and I get in response a glare that tells me to hurry.
どうして私がこんなことを。でも、ムツキが言うんだから、何か深い理由。
Only Ushio would try to rationalize this. It's great.
もーちゃん、どうしたの？コーヒーだよ。
Are you not going to make it for me? Chad Koga's appearing. Okay.
わかりました。コーヒーですね。
Yeah, you sure know my taste
好
well.
みも何も。君はいつもブラックではありませんか。もーちゃん、ご主人様。あとちゃんと敬語使わなきゃダメだよ。ご主人様なんだから。はい。
A little doesn't bother me.
ダメですよ、ご主人様。オンとオフの切り替えはきっちりしないといけないのです。それじゃあ、もーちゃんにそっちはお任せするから、肩もみが終わったら私はお茶菓子の用意をするね。
I begrudgingly go brew the coffee. Before Murokuma joined, I did all this myself, so of course I know how to do it, but I know, this is what every man wants in life, okay?
ご主人様。
cute
ヒーが入
girls
りました。
serving them coffee and giving them shoulder massages. Like, it's not even sexual. Like, that's the best part. Men don't need sexual stuff all the time. We just want to feel loved, okay? We just want human affection. Place a cup of coffee on top of the saucer and carry it on a tray. Gosh, she looks like a blob, like she's just melting into that freaking outfit. This is something brand new to me.
カップだけ持つのとは全然違う。手の揺れが全部伝わってしまう。
On top of that, there's a question of why I'm forced to wear this outfit, why I have to call Koga-kun master. All I'm doing is bringing him coffee. I feel conflicted and ashamed, which puts me in a complicated mental state. Like, if you really think about that, like, back in, like, the 1800s when they had, like, actual, like, butlers and things like that, and maids, like, everybody was just cosplaying. That's all it was. Everyone was just cosplaying, and the master of the house probably liked that. They liked that everyone was kind of in their uniforms and playing a role. It's like role playing. Like that's pretty much what they were doing. Like it's not necessary to wear the outfit, right? Like there's no reason to wear it. It's like cosplaying, and it's great. It's something we should have kept going with. Like remember when people used to wear suits all the time? Like that was just like the classic, you know, male attire and women wear dresses. Like what was wrong with that? Like I think that era was great, except for, you know, women were treated like secondhand, you know, and not so great. I'm not saying that I liked everything about that era. I just liked the fashion sense. Okay, am I okay to say that? I like the fashion sense. I don't like that they had less rights and things like that. There was a lot of things wrong with that era, but the fashion sense was on point.
もーちゃん平気？変わる？大丈夫です。声をかけられると集中力が途切れます。
I mean, I think Louis is a good example of somebody who dresses up still. Like he's always dressed in his butler's outfit. He always looks nice.
わかったけど。
I mean, school uniforms are good too. Like, can we have both? I would like both. Be careful, you're way too nervous, Muko.
そうは言いますけど。
Koga-kun calls out to me while I'm nervously carrying the coffee. When I think about how he's worrying about me, some of that nervousness. You're not good at tasks like this, just let Hanatate help.
何ですか？その言い方は。まるで私が何もできないみたいじゃないですか。
Oh, it's mad. Mad Muko. I love that face though. What are you getting so angry for? I'm not lying.
大丈夫ですから。古学いえ、ご主人様はそこに座っていてください。
Oh, this is absolutely great. I think it's just great because it's like we're not often on the other end of this. I mean, except for those moments where we're kind of like teasing her and Chad Koga comes out. It's usually like her kind of scolding us most of the time. So it's nice to kind of humble her, I guess. You sure about that?
大丈夫ですから。あと少しでそちらまで。
Wow, that went about as bad as it could have gone. Poor Ushio. Okay, that's just bad. Like I liked her in the maid outfit. It's fun. It embarrasses her a little, but you know, spilling that and then burning us, you know, it's just bad for everybody. It burns.
ズボンを脱がさないとやけどして。
Oh no, this is how they transition it.
そうだね。早く脱がしてあげなくちゃ。
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The crotch area of his pants has been very clearly darkened by the coffee. I'm terrified that Koga-kun is going to get injured because of my blunder. Hey, wait, hold on. I don't think that's a good idea.
何を言うんですか。早く脱がないと大変なことになりますから。
No, incorrect. I think they're going to get worse if you take them off.
そうですよ。ほらほら、ご主人様早く。
Oh, fine. It's lewd. I clean up her face. She then takes out the handkerchief from her pocket and uses that to wipe mine.
とにかくこれでコーヒーは拭き取れたんですから。 ご主人様は早くズボンを履いてください。
They have the most ridiculous scenarios to get somebody to, like, take off their pants. I mean, spilling coffee, that's one thing, okay? Like, whatever, right? But, like, we gotta take off his pants, and now we gotta, like, you know, make up for our mistake, right? His response irks me. I have a bad premonition. Like he's about to say something outrageous again. Sorry, you two, but...
どうしましたご主人様。
I still feel like... No! No! We cut again! Okay. I mean, if you guys are a fan of Ushio Matsuki, the age scene, it certainly appeals to both. That's for sure. It was funny, though, because Koga was showing Matsuki some attention. Okay, just stay with me, okay? We're not gonna say anything that's inappropriate. He was showing Matsuki some attention, and Ushio didn't like that. She's jealous a little bit, even though they clearly were both having a good time. But anyways, Ushio was quite jealous and accused Koga of cheating on her. Yeah, so that was the scene. Glancing around my surroundings, I find that I'm in the familiar bureau office. I must have accidentally dozed off again. Really? Did they have to have a flashback? We just saw it. What was that dream? It's one thing if they're only myself, but Matsuki was there as well.
あ、もうちゃん、ここにいた。Matsuki、ごめんね、Matsuki。何？どうしたの？もう私、ひどい夢を見て。
Oh gosh.
本当にごめんね。夢？大事なMatsukiにまであんなこと。私は最低です。
Yeah, Ushio, if that's the kind of stuff you're dreaming about, you're kind of freaky.
なんだかよくわからないけど。
I can't believe that was your dream. That whole dream appealed to the male fantasy. Oh, Hanatate, did you find Muko? Oh, you did.
特差分室にいたみたい。
Anger quickly wells up within me when Koga-kun coolly walks into the room. The last remaining bit of a reason I have tells me it's unfair of me to do this, but... Geez, we were worried about you since we couldn't find you in your room.
君が全部悪いんです。
What? I just got here!
君のせいです。君が悪い。君が止めないから。助長するようなこと言うから。
Where the heck did this come from? I haven't done anything.
うるさい。全部古賀くんのせいなんですから。
Yeah, if you're gonna get together, you just have to accept it. Women will literally have dreams or dirty thoughts like that, and they'll blame you for it because you did something in the dream that they imagined you doing. It's a real thing. I've had my wife wake up sour because I did something in the dream, or like cheated on her. You know, like that's literally your fault. You're the one who imagined it, not me. Don't take it out on me. And it's a real thing that happens. Unfortunate. You know, women make our lives hard sometimes, but at the same time, they're great. Wouldn't want to do without them. Episodes have been added to another story. Is it here? No. Okay. So we got the Ushio. Ooh. Okay, so we got that, and we got an after little thing. And then it seems like maybe we'll get to jump into the another stories. We're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into this. I wanted to make that this episode about this anyways, but I wanted to kind of include that. I think it would just be more funny going into her route. And it was great. It paid off because we got Maid outfits that weren't super lewd, so I didn't have to cut them. It was wonderful. Some time has passed since the whole incident. Okay, perfect. We're going straight after the story. I love it. All the students have returned from the school holiday that was pushed up. The school is once again full of life.
獅子ヶ谷さん。ミブさん、校内の見回りですか？
It's funny seeing her straight-faced again after everything I just witnessed.
ああ、別に以前ほど厳しくする必要はないんだが、つい癖でな。
The Rumble Night has completely disappeared, and of course, our school lives have changed a little. Oh, they can finally stay after class. They'll dictate that students have to return to their dorms before nightfall hasn't changed. Oh, what? What do you mean? That was the first thing I would have asked. Disciplinary committee is laxer about it. As a result, their members have some more free time on their hands once classes are over. Can you imagine going to a school, like, living there, and they're like, oh yeah, like, before it even gets dark, you gotta, like, head back to your dorm, you know?
読差も落ち着きましたが、夜になるとやはりいろいろ気になりますね。そうだな。
There's still a reason for having all the students return to the dorms after classes because the Treasury's barrier is still being rebuilt. Mists are flying around and running rampant, making it dangerous for them to stay late.
あ、学園長、ドブリーデン。みんな、お休み中は元気にしていたかんね。はい、久しぶりに家でゆっくりできました。それは何よりだ。しっかり休めたなら学業に本腰を入れて頑張ってくれたまえ。
So Fajita's still around. And so is Nino Mai. What is Nino Mai scheming up now? Still evil.
それじゃあ失礼します。失礼します。
The principal and Shoguin Senpai are still managing the school in their original roles under the orders of the creator, Hina-san. The school is completely at peace now that everything is resolved. I mean, there's still mists running around. That doesn't quite sound like it's at peace, but sure.
あちらももう心配する必要はないようだ。
But yeah, certainly hope not. They put us through the ringer already.
そうですね。それで
Don't
は
want to deal with them again.
もう少し校内を見回ってくる。はい。それでは。
I just want to see these two now that they're on hold. You know what I'm saying? At some point after seeing Mibu-san off, I heave a sigh. Everything has come to a clean conclusion. Yet, there's still one thing that remains on my mind. I was busy over the holidays, and in the end, never met up with him. Yeah, you gotta meet up with him. What do you mean? That's the whole point of this. Now that the new school term has started, he should be back. You hear her right now? What do you mean? There's no deep meaning. There is nothing but deep meaning. His body's holding up? Okay, thinking about his body. Yep. I mean, you guys can still be friends, but you clearly have something more going on. Like, don't pretend. Before I knew it, I'd already started walking towards the classroom. Stopped myself after noticing this unconscious action. I really am curious about how he's doing, though, so I set off once again. Yeah, sure, whatever. No special meaning. Don't give me that crap. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for you two to finally get together. You made me wait through 3 games. I need it. I finally arrive at my destination. Take a deep breath. There's no reason for me to be nervous. I should be calm when protesting his lack of communication with us. I mean, yeah, he could have rowed. I mean, I do agree. As the man, he could have reached out. You know, I mean, she can reach out too. Like, it doesn't have to be one or the other. But you know, there's a reason. He's not there. He's nowhere to be found as I survey the small classroom. But is Kurodani here? The person sitting in his seat is. Oh shit, like this isn't some alternative thing, is it? Like, oh yeah, actually she's been, you know, here the whole time. Younger sister Michiru-san. She looks extremely tense and her head is face down at the ground. Oh, so he's probably not supposed to be back at the school because he's kind of overage. Maybe that's what happened. Like, she got reinstated because she was supposed to be the one that was supposed to be here.
ねえねえ、君が古賀の妹ってどういうことなの？しかも名前も同じだよね。
We got Maya Kurodani.
私、黒谷マヤ。よろしくね。もしかして訳ありってやつかな。
Okay, I actually really like that they're doing this because it makes sense, right? I have a feeling though that he'll still be at the school. That would be cool if he ended up being like a teacher or like some kind of administrative assistant, you know? Like he was there but like for official business, you know?
その僕わ私はマーヤちゃんダメだよ困ってるじゃない
What the who would be uncomfortable around Maya? I just thought for a while that she was evil. Don't worry about it.
だっていろいろ気になるじゃん
I mean, I had a
ソア
good
ラは気に
reason.
ならないの
I had a good reason to be suspicious of her. Like, clearly there was something off about her. I mean, I got that part. I just thought it was going to be something evil. I think maybe they wanted you to think that. Like, they kept throwing hints at it, right? But, I'm glad that it worked out the way it did, because that was actually pretty cool.
気になるけど困らせるのは良くないと思うなごめんなさい
I don't want to hear about problems from freaking Kotaro's daughter, okay?
謝らなくてもいいよマーヤちゃんいつもこんなだから
That was such a Steins Gate thing to do, and I loved it. Like, I absolutely loved that they did that.
だからすぐになれるよ私は吉田ソアラです古賀みちるってさどういうことなのかちょっと教えてもらうだけとかもマーヤちゃんってば
I mean, can they not reveal his real name? It's Yoshi now.
兄が私の代わりにここに来てたんだけどその
The vague way of
いろい
explaining
ろ
it.
問題が解決したからちゃんと自分で通うことに
I mean, it's not wrong to say it that way, it's just vague.
そういうの学園的にありなの学園にはちゃんと許可をもらいましたそうなんだじゃあこれからはみちるちゃんがクラスメートだねはい迷惑かけないように頑張りますよろしくお願いします大丈夫だよこれからよろしくねそうだよよろしくねでそのいろいろの部分のいろいろを詳しく聞くわけには
It's also interesting because I feel like Maya was a lot less curious. Like she tried to play it off, whereas I think Maya normally is just kind of always curious. Like I don't think she like apologizes for that. Where it was interesting when Ushio was kind of betraying her, right? She did seem like she kind of apologized for being curious. That should have been a hint too, but I was just like, oh well, you know, like she says, there's kind of extraordinary circumstances here, but I don't know. I really like the way they did that. How it was kind of like a little bit of a hint at times when she kind of acted differently. Then maybe something else is going on there. Michiru-san is trying her best to hold a conversation with Maya-san and Sora-san. After all that's happened in the past little while, perhaps she's trying to change herself for the better.
あれ牛尾さんだあ、本当だおはようございます獅子谷先輩どうしたんですか
The three of them notice my presence as I'm staring blankly at the person sitting in Koga-kun's seat. For some reason, it makes me uncomfortable.
そうだお兄ちゃんはいいえ様子を見に来ただけですから学園生活頑張ってくださいね困ったことがあったら遠慮なく徳さんに来てくださいそれでは
I like how she's saying that, but she's, you know, she's got like kind of the sweat dripping down, a little bit nervous. He's not here. Body double has been replaced with the real Koga Michiru. The person who was originally invited to attend was Michiru-san, so it just means that everything is now the way it was supposed to be. Yeah, but you two were supposed to be together. He's going to be attending classes here. As a result, Koga-kun is no longer at this school.
別に考えられなかったことではありませんし普通の状態に戻っただけのことです
I try to convince myself, but I can't come to terms with it.
だからって何の相談もなく決めるなんてそんな身勝手な 私とのことは一体どうするつもりなんです？仲間だなんだの、相談しろだの、最初の頃は口うるさく言っていたくせに、また自分のことは棚にあげて。それに
Ooh, Sparkles. You really love me, don't
あ
you?
こんな時に一体何を言ってるんですか？そんなこと。
You don't. I love you, though. There were such good moments.
あれは一体何だったんです？一体どういうつもりだったんです？
I like how it was just like, stop the press, stop the movie, you know?
休暇中に顔を見せるどころか連絡も一切せず、挙句の果てに相談なしで学園からいなくなり、私を放置。
I would like to think that he's planning a surprise. Like, hey, I'm actually a teacher here now, you know, I'm a powerful Maggie, so and I'm older, so I might as well teach, you know? He's gonna be like the counselor in charge of the bureau, you know, something like that. But we'll see. I'm wondering if he has a surprise like that, or if something happened, or what's going on here. Because, yeah, that is kind of strange that he never contacted her. I feel frazzled as I think about this before I know that the classes are over for the day. I mean, their break was, like, what, a week? So, I mean, it hasn't been that long. I'm thinking, like, a summer break. Like, oh, it's been 2 months and he hasn't said anything. It's just been over a break, you know? Continues to weigh in my mind as I make my way to the bureau office, where I see that Murakumo-kun and Matsuki have already arrived. 3 of us make up the current bureau. Koko-kun was supposed to be a member as well, so I wonder what's going to happen from now on. I can't tell since he's not here.
あれ、古賀はどうしたんだよ。戻ってきたんじゃねえのか？
彼ならいませんでした。教室にはみちるさんが代わりにいましたよ。
代わりにってな。
古賀くんの代わりに彼女が学園に通うことになったようです。
ああ、そっか。あいつが学園に。そっか。
もともと
He's not
学
complaining.
園への招待はみちるさんが受けたものです。今の状態が本来のものということでしょう。ここにみちるさんがいてももう危険はない。彼がそう判断してみちるさんが通えるようにしたのではないかと思います。
あいつほんと極度のしつこんだな。
じゃあこれからミッチーはどうするつもりなのかな？知りません。でもみちるちゃんが来たってことはミッチーはどうするのか一言も相談を受けていませんから。
I think it'd be funny too if he's just like hanging out with Kotaro. Just like, hey, we're older now, you know?
そうなの？
Well, Kotaro's
もー
older.
ちゃんも忙しかったもんね。いろいろ後始末と
He's
かも
always
あ
been
ったし。
Mitsuyoshi, that is. He's always been a little bit older, so. I mean, I wouldn't say he necessarily fits in with Kotaro, but they're not, like, as far in age now. Well, still, I don't know. They were closer in age, I guess, when he was here. Anyways.
でも連絡くらいしてくるだろ？
Yeah, it is weird he didn't say nothing.
あ、連絡とかなかったの？ええ。そうなんだ。みんなバタバタしてたし、仕方ないのかな。
おい、花立て。これ以上やめとけ。
Wow, look at Shizuka being a good friend. What is that boiling sound? Is that her emotions? Her anger?
わかった。
Like thunderclouds are about to start appearing. Let's try approaching this from a different angle. Whatever he does, it doesn't matter to me. Thinking too deeply about this is just a waste of energy. For now, let's ignore him and do what I ought to be doing.
ムツキ、今日はまだ何もありませんか？そうだね。平穏そのものだよ。
生徒が一気に戻ってきたからミストももうちょっと動くかと思ったけど。
Yeah, give it a few days.
そうでもないみたいだな。
宝物庫の結界が元に戻るまで油断はできませんが、落ち着いたものですね。
Yeah, they finally gonna rebuild that statue. Is that what they mean by the barrier? Ritzel said it'd be quite some time before the barrier would be fixed. Maybe there are fewer myths escaping because work has already started. Much like the disciplinary committee, there's been less work at the bureau, and we should be able to take it relatively easy from here on out.
んじゃ、今日はすぐ帰れそうだな。
At
こ
home
の様子
early?
だとそうなりそう。
We've never done that before. Masaki and Murukuma said, time passes by without anything happening. Oh, come on, Koga. You gotta do something here.
んじゃ、そろそろ帰るわ。
じゃあまたね。
あ、お疲れ。
もーちゃん、私たちも帰ろう。もーちゃん、
ごめんなさいムツキ。先に帰ってもらってもいい？
いいよ。何か考え事？
なんとなくそんな気分で。
わかった。あんまり遅くならないうちに帰ってね。じゃあね、もーちゃん。
ええ、わかってる。ありがとう。
There's nothing that I'm really mulling over. I get the feeling that Matsuki knew that, but could tell I wanted to be alone. And now I'm sitting in my usual chair, all by myself in this empty office.
古賀くんなんかもう知りません。
Even though I say that, nothing but thoughts of him fill my head. Why did he do something so selfish? No way I can return to the dorms looking like this. I'll give myself some time to calm down before heading back. I rest my head on the desk in front of me and close my eyes. I'll probably end up napping for a bit, but I don't mind. I'm sure that will let me feel more refreshed. I'm counting on that to happen. Feel a general sensation. It would appear that I did fall asleep at some point. My brain continues to run slowly in a half-conscious state. What's going on? Someone's fingers are touching my cheek. I have an idea of who those are and slowly raise my head. When I open the door to the bureau office, sure enough, I see Muko there. She seems to be taking a nap. Can't help but reach out and caress her soft, pale cheeks when I see her sleeping so peacefully. Hell yeah, business suit? Let's go. Alright, Chad Koga has entered the building. We need to play, like, some music, you know? Like, he needs his own theme song. Looks at me for a while, still half asleep before her expression eventually changes to one of surprise. Oh, my bad for touching you without asking. It's been a while, so... Chad Koga, let's go. I'm so happy. Like, wearing a business suit? Like, that's the best. Freezes up, her mouth hanging open. It's probably a bad idea to suddenly touch her. Please, please tell me he's like a teacher now. I didn't mean to wake you up. Oh yeah, if you want to impress a woman, wear a suit. When my wife and I were first dating, like I wore a suit, you know, some activities and stuff like that, and she loved it. Like, she was just so into it. You know, women love suits. It's kind of like, you know, men like the maid outfits, girls like suits. You know, you can make it work. You can make some pretty cool combinations out of that. Some cosplays. Are you mad?
そうじゃないでしょう。今考えるべきは別にスーツを着る必要などないのに、どうして彼がそのような格好をしているか。
Hey, are you complaining right now?
この脈絡のない突然の展開はまさか。
Why did we get a flashback of every lewd event that's ever happened between us?
あのどうしようもない夢の一環。
Oh my gosh, she's having a dream. Again, I'm sorry, okay? Hey, you have to Muko. This isn't a dream, Muko. You're awake. Oh shoot, she's seriously mad. I should have just straightforwardly woken her up
白衣や
instead.
メイドの次はスーツですか。何ですか。またコスプレですか。
Hey, cosplay's great. Nothing wrong with it. No, there's an actual reason for this
別
getup.
に聞きたくありません。
She's not giving me any chances at all. She seemed pretty out of it at first. I thought she was still half asleep,
それ
but
に これではまるで私が古賀くんのいろんな服装を見たい願望があるようで、別にそんなことは。まあ確かにスーツ姿には驚きましたし、
Ah,
似合って
Ushio.
ますけど、本人に似合ってるとか絶対に言いませんけど。
She looks quite irritated and displeased. I'm positive that she's mad about how I haven't contacted her all this time. Muko, I'm really sorry I couldn't contact you
そ
because...
んなこと言ってどうせ最終的にはいつものように意地悪して好き勝手にするんでしょ。
He has done that a few times. What are you talking about? Like I said, I...
分かってます。これまでのパターンだとそうなんです。
We've just ruined her with these past experiences. What do you mean, lead in? Could you please
別
explain?
に君には説明なんて必要ないでしょう。いつものことですから。
Again, I have no idea what you're talking about. Can't tell if she's actually listening to me or not. She's probably still half asleep. Anyways, it's getting late, so how about we head back to the dorms for now?
嫌です。
You're fused. Come on now, there's lots I want to talk to you about.
触らないで。
Though when I grab her hand to try and have her stand up, she smacks it away. Comes as a bit of a shock, but hold on, I get the feeling this isn't stemming purely from anger. She seems kind of desperate about something.
ダメです。今日はダメです。これまでは流されましたが、今日こそ流されませんから。いつも君の思い通りになると思ったら大間違いですからね。
Could it be that she's not angry about me having touched her without permission or lacking communication, but it's something else entirely? If that's so, then what in the world is she displeased about? She mentioned something about this not being the first time, and it doesn't ring a
古賀
bell.
君、そこに座りなさい。
Yeah, there's always like some mist involved. There's like some reason that the stupid shit that happens. Sure. Unable to think of a proper response, I do as I'm told and sit down on the sofa. Muko stares at me
まず
fixedly.
言うべきことがあるでしょう。
Something I have to say.
そうです。私が納得するまでは絶対何も始めないですし、しないですし、させません。絶対にです。
What should I be saying in this situation? What do I do? After a bit of thought, I decide to start off by apologizing for the smaller things. I'm sorry for touching you while you were
違
asleep.
います。
Then, I'm sorry not for contacting you all
そん
this.
なことはどうでもいいんです。
That was the whole thing you were fixed on for so long. What? Doesn't care about that. I really feel bad about being swamped with work and not keeping in touch with her. Oh, he was at work.
君は覚えていないかもしれませんが、これまで何度もこの大切なところをスルーしてきたんですよ。一番大事なことなのに、どうして本当に君は勝手に何も言わずに進めてしまうんですか？
Gosh, I love this whole episode. It's just been Ushio freaking out and getting embarrassed. Okay.
でも今日は違います。妥協はありません。君がちゃんとするまで私は許しません。
Oh, you guys are gonna have another scene. I already have to edit this episode quite a lot. There's been a lot of little flashbacks here
では
and there.
早く。
What you're doing exactly isn't
ま
helpful.
た肝心なところを聞く前に終わってしまったらどうしてくれるんですか？
I have no idea what she's talking about. At the very least, I can tell she's upset with me about something. Could you give me some
ヒ
sort
ン
of hint?
ト？そんなものが必要なんですか？
Or like point me in the right
君
direction.
はこれから何をしようとしていますか？その行動を取る前に人間としてすべき当たり前のことがあるでしょう。私は何もかも否定する気はありません。
Oh,
ただきちんとした手順を踏めと言っているのです。
I'm not gonna say no to it. I just want you to take the proper procedure. So
いつ
basically,
も先延ばしにしている結論を言えばいいんです。
conclusion? But I'm still completely lost. All I want to do is go back to the dorms. That confusion must be showing on my face because Muko gets even angrier when she looks at me.
どうしてそんな顔をしてるんですか？もうどうして君はいつもそんなのばっかり。
Wait, calm down. Furious Muko starts hitting me with a cushion. Doesn't hurt, but it's not exactly comfortable
どうして
either.
そんなにかたくなに何も言わないんですか？まさかあんなどさくさで一言チラッと言ったからもうオッケーみたいな、もう一生言わないつもりじゃないでしょうね。
What? Her voice grows more strident as she pummels me with the cushion. Hold on, can you explain from the beginning? Ah! Forcefully takes a step towards me. I can't help but stare down at her feet before looking back at her. She's extremely
い
angry.
い加減にしてください。なぜどうして好きだくらいさっさと言えないんですか
Huh?
それとも好きじゃないんですか好きでもないくせにあんなひどいことしたんですか
Terrible things. What? No, I do love you, but you looked happy for a second there. Cookie shakes off and raises her voice
違い
again.
ますそういうのじゃなくてそんな適当な感じじゃなくてもっとこうなんとかならないんですか
What
もっ
do
と
you...
ちゃんと告白する感じでちゃんと気持ちを込めて言ってください最初からなんか盛り上がる感じで
Wait, you're saying some pretty outrageous things here. Are you okay?
私は本気です大真面目です君がきちんと私に告白するまで今日は絶対に譲りません
I would love if Koga's like, can you give me some time? just tries to put it off. Walks right up to me and stares straight at my
古賀
eyes.
君さあ早く
Wait, when she's this close to me, it reminds me. Since I haven't seen her for so long, it's been a while since we're this close to each other. Besides, what's the humiliation game? I didn't think she was the type of person to say these kind of things. Or did she get so obsessed over it because I ignored her for so long? Regardless, the fault lies with me. Alright. Why do you sound so surprised? You can't exactly refuse when you're being this adamant about it.
いいえはい私が努力すればこういう展開もあったのかと思ってどうぞ早く
Take a long, deep breath. Her eager gaze makes me feel nervous, but I can't back away now. I love you, Muko. It was my fault for not contacting you and having you wait until now. I'm sorry. Muko? Oh gosh, she's turning into Neko. She's watching me quietly up until now, but then she exhales. Exhales deeply in relief. Her expression seems to be filled with a strange sense of accomplishment and bliss.
ようやく古賀くんがちゃんと私のことを私を
It's literally Neko. No.
長かったここまでたどり着くのに夢の中とはいえ一体何度流されてきたのかでもまさかここから落とし穴があるのでは
Oh. Forgive me for saying this, but this is such a woman way of thinking. Like, they nailed this, because they overthink everything. It's like you say you love them, but it's like, nah. Maybe they don't, you know? It's like that one video where it's like, is she into you? You know? It's a little animation. It's like, no, maybe she's just Canadian and she's being nice. Like, it's like that, except the opposite. It's for women. Like, they can't accept it.
古賀くん今の好きはよもやお友達としてということではないですよね like ではなく love ですよね
As if I'd say something so misleading at a time like this. Of course I mean in the romantic sense.
よかった
Luka nods her head several times as if savoring the moment. Seeing her this happy makes me feel that it was worth saying. She's brightened up and her anger from earlier is nowhere to be
もった
seen.
いないのでもう一回お願いします
Please say it one more time.
君が私の言うことを聞いてくれてるうちにもう一回早く
Why are you still willing to do as I say? When she's like this, I can't help but give in to her demands. I love you.
私のことが
Yes, I'm in love with you. I think that is more romantic than saying I love you. I think saying I'm in love with you, like it's an active thing, you know? I think I would personally like to hear that, and I would like to say that as a romantic gesture more than I love you. I think I love you is great, but I think that's kind of something you just say like, oh yeah, I love you. You know, you kind of say like that, whereas you don't just casually say I'm in love with you, you know? Truly happy from the bottom of her heart, and she nods over and over again, not trying to hide the fact. Damn it, she's so cute.
もっと次は手を握ったりとかしながら
Oh my
言って
gosh,
ください
Ushio, you have to let this naturally happen. You want me to keep going?
早く時間がないかもしれないんですこんな機会もう二度と訪れないかもしれないんです
It's not as special if you just force it, you know? What are you talking about? If it's something like this, I don't mind doing it for you anytime. Looks at me with eyes full of anticipation. Or as if she suddenly remembered her goal, she pulls herself back together.
それはそれ、これはこれ。
Okay.
じゃあ手を握りながら耳元でささやいてください。
Next she's gonna be like, hold me down and say it into my ear. You know, she's gonna like keep going to more extremes. This is what she likes, huh? Start feeling even more awkward, but it's definitely not unpleasant. Oh yeah, women like when you take charge, okay? Like if they're into you and then you like make some power moves, some like Chad moves, they love it. They absolutely do. Wouldn't be so easy going along with this otherwise. They like when you do big, grand, romantic gestures and things like that, or when you're really like aggressive, like not like hurting them aggressive, but you know, like when you aggressively like show your love, like kind of put yourself out there, you know. They like feeling like, you know, you're doing something for them. And I mean, that's not a bad thing, because guys like the same thing too. We like when women do some kind of grand gesture to show that they love us, right? Because we're so used to being deprived from love. It's like, guys don't get compliments. Nobody's out here complimenting us. Nobody's out here showing us affection. Maybe our moms, but nobody wants affection from their mom. We want affection from actual women, okay? Moms are moms. You don't want to be a mama's boy. Women don't find that attractive, so don't be. They like when a man respects their mom, but they don't want a man who like relies on their mom, I guess. How about that? So I go closer to her and intertwine my fingers with hers. Muka looks embarrassed again, but her expression is full of anticipation. Not again. That face is totally unfair. I love you, Muko. I love you.
古賀くんがこんなに私のことを。嬉しい。こんな思い通りの夢を見られる日が来るなんて。
Do you think she knows? I don't think she knows.
もう一回。
You're acting awfully spoiled today. Glad that she's being so honest. If she were always like this, I'd tell her that I love her as many times as she wanted. What's going on today? That's what I'm saying! If women were freaking honest! Oh gosh, I was literally just talking about this with my wife last night. We were looking at memes or whatever, and there was a meme about how if you like women telling you straight up like things, then that you're supposedly autistic. And I'm like, that's not true at all, first of all. But second of all, men just like women to tell them straight up what they want and what they mean. Like, it has nothing to do with anything like that. It has to do with men just like to be straightforward and to the point. Like, that's most men, okay? We don't like to beat around the bush. We don't like to think, what if, right? We like to be told, like, okay, you love us. Great. Then just say that, okay? You want something done, just say it, okay? You know? Don't beat around the bush. Don't play this game of like, oh, you know, it'd be really nice if I had some water right now. Like, just shut up. Nobody wants to hear that. Just ask for some water, okay? Or better yet, if you're sitting down and I'm sitting down, just go get it yourself. That's how men think. If we want something, we go do it ourselves. We don't ask somebody for it unless they're already up. Like, that's different, okay? Anyways, rant aside, I love you. Smiles and returns the hold I have on her hands as she snuggles up to me. It's been a while since I felt the soft sensation and my heart begins to race. She smells kind of nice too. Gosh, not with the smelling, guys. Oh, I haven't had that in a while, and now they're bringing it up again. This could be bad. It has been too long for me. That's why I'm feeling a bit aroused. It's a normal reaction, right? This would happen to any man when the girl he loves does something like this. Yes. Absolutely. Luca, sorry to ruin the mood, but... You cling to me so much, my friend down there is going to get... Oh gosh. There isn't even a miss this time. She's just alluded herself into it. Are you sure you don't understand what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm getting turned on. I thought that she'd get mad, so this definitely throws me for a loop. Blushes slightly, shoots me glances as she nestles back up to me. This is gonna have Koga thinking, am I in a dream? Are you sure about doing it? We can go back to your room first.
今さらそれを言うのですか？
Well, I guess it's true that we already did it in a hospital room where anyone could have walked in at any time. That was probably a worse choice of location than here. I'm concerned about doing it at school, but I haven't seen her in a while. She's cute, and she said that it's okay. I'm slowly starting to not care, Muko. When I embrace her and look at her face, I see that her bright red face is looking right back at me. Her cheeks are flushed, and her eyes are slightly moist. She's so cute, I can't help it. A smile naturally forms on my face as I take in this nostalgic feeling. Yeah?
お願いがあります。
Oh gosh, what is it? You're not gonna tell me to stop now, are
違
you?
います。それは全然いいんです。
Okay, let's see if her request is
私の要
super
望が
inappropriate.
通るのでしたら、今日の夢の感じなら素直に甘えてしまってもいいですよね。いつもみたいにいじめたりしないで優しくしてほしい
Kind
ので
and
す。
gentle, guys. Here's the blush and says that embarrassedly. For a moment, I don't quite understand what she means and only stare at her blankly. I've been bullying you that much.
そうですね。自覚なかったですか？前回と前々回なんて本当にひどかったです。
It's only been twice, right? Sorry about that.
分かっていただければ。
This whole scene has been great. I'll make sure to be gentle this time. Let me know if I do anything you don't like.
はい。
Okay, we cut there. Okay. After the deed is done, we hurriedly clean up the room, out of embarrassment. It's gotten fairly late, so there shouldn't be anyone left in the school building, but even so. Hey Muko, you alright? She still seems a bit dazed, like her mind is somewhere else. Maybe we took things too far and went a little overboard. Well, I think that's the whole thing about it, is like for men, it's more of like a physical sensation, and women, it's still physical, right? But I think it's a lot more mental than men. I think men just kind of zone out and just focus on how it feels, whereas women, it's very much an emotional and a mental and a physical still too experience. So that makes sense. It takes them a little bit longer, I think, to get out of that than it does for a guy. A guy just like does it, and, you know, and then it's like, oh, okay, hey, you want to go eat something? That's how cute she is. I should really learn some self-control going forward. Are you sure you're okay? Will you be able to walk back to your room? I'm more than willing to carry you back.
おかしい。
What is? She ignores my question blanks repeatedly. I have no idea what she's confused
そろ
about.
そろだと思うのですが。
Oh, she's not used to the dream. The dream is still going. What are you talking about? Okay, you
お
listening?
かしい。
Tilts her head quizzically, muttering to herself and pays me no heed. Not again. She's in that state where nobody's words will get through to her. Are you okay, Muko? Have you been finding strange? What have you been finding strange for the past little
そ
while?
ろそろ目が覚めるはずなんです。いつもこれくらいのタイミングで。
I think I might have figured out why all this happened in the first place. He's connecting dots. He's like, I understand now. I think I know, but this is? What am I supposed to say now? She turns to face me. We stared at each other for a while, both of us at a loss for what to say. After seeing me stay silent, she starts trembling.
もしかして。どうしてスーツを着ているのか？
Oh, sure. In order to properly learn the fundamentals of how to control my men, I'm going to be staying at this school. I somehow got by when we were rescuing Amaru and the others, but that was because Angel was helping me from the shadows. After everything settled down, I realized I don't really have a good grasp of my man as I thought I did, so now here I am. I couldn't remain as a student, so I'm the principal's secretary. Oh, he does work at the school. That's nice.
学園長の。
Yeah, I needed to dress the part, so they gave me the suit.
それでその
Basically, oh, I got back a few days ago, so I'm sorry for not letting you know. To be honest, there was so much I had to do, I didn't have any time for myself. Starts trembling again after hearing my explanation. Top of that, her face is flushed all the way to the tips of her ears. She's angry, isn't she? Not quite. Yeah, this is. Okay, did you think that you were in a dream this entire time?
どうしてそれを最初に言わないんですか？
The moment I ask her that, she lashes out and throws a cushion at me. I rush to catch it. When I see her face again, she's in tears. I was trying to explain, you know, you were the one who wouldn't listen.
もっとこう、なんというか、誠意ある態
You were the one who said you didn't want to hear it. What was I supposed to do?
そんなことは
You remember saying it, don't you?
ありません。いつもの夢と同じように脈絡なく出てくるからです。しかもそんな格好でいつも好き勝手してるのに、それなのに今日だけ妙に優しくて、そんなの夢だと思うじゃないですか。
My
君
fault.
が制服を着てないから悪いんです。
Anyways, calm down first. She goes quiet after saying her piece. Her eyes are still wet with tears. It would be best not to aggravate her anymore. After a period of silence, Muko seems to have calmed down. She stands up, albeit still looking ashamed.
もう帰りましょう。
Yeah, we probably should.
消えてしまい
She's still thinking about it.
全部現実だったなんて。これもそれもみんな。
We walk back to the dorms together with an extremely awkward air between us. I tried to think about what to talk about, but I decided to keep quiet since she would only get angrier if I said something unnecessary.
語学
Yeah, she's the first to break the silence. However, she sounds quite shy.
ああいったことは今後は読者分室では遠慮していただけたらいいと言ったのは夢だと思っていたからなので。
It's great not only because they did that in reality, but it also tells him that she does that in dreams. Okay, well, I did have my misgivings about doing it in that sort of place.
じゃあストップかけてくださいよ。これは夢じゃないんだぞってちゃんと言ってくださいよ。
You think he was gonna stop that? That's like what every guy wants. Like, okay, let's just do it right here and right now. Like, that's what every guy wants to hear, okay? Like, nobody would be like, I don't know about that one. You know, we're alone, though. And this is kind of like a place we normally wouldn't do it. So, you know, no, maybe we shouldn't. No, nobody thinks that way, okay? So my brain wouldn't be functioning properly after you asked for it like that. You're putting me on the spot. Like, those are the best times when it's so spontaneous. It's so random. It's, like, so good.
誘ったりなんか。
Sure. You always have dreams about doing that kind of thing
違い
with
ま
me.
す。別にいつも見てるわけじゃありませんから。
Not every time. Ah, I see. Though she's not denying that she's dreamt of that before. She'd actually start crying if I said that out loud, so I won't. She falls silent again. I continue to walk beside her. It'd be best if I didn't say anything else. Huh. Yeah, while we were walking, she sighed several times. Seeing her like that, I think for a bit and hold her hand tightly. Ushio, I love you. Her eyes widen in surprise, her face turns beet red. It's like I'm watching a comedy routine. I feel really bad about leaving you hanging like that. Sorry. I haven't properly apologized for it yet. She becomes flustered and her eyes wander, looking every which way. Using her free hand, she pinches the back of my hand I'm holding and grimaces from the pain. She's trying to confirm that she's not dreaming. Your cuteness never ceases to amaze me.
何を夢じゃなくて
It's not that. You told me to be kind to her, but seeing her act like this makes me want to tease her. I peer into her face, and that's enough to make her quiver. It makes me chuckle as I put my lips close to her ear. Ushio-Chan, it seems like you really want me to say I love you a lot, so I'll do that once a day from now on. Oh, your ears are all red again. I smirk as I say that, and she quickly moves her face away.
やっぱりそういう性癖なんじゃないですか。
Oh no, it's the whirlwind again. He slaps me across the face. Unable to dodge, I eat the brunt of his force. She walks off with her face still red. Hey Muko, wait, forgive me.
知りません。
Oh, come on, don't say that. I hurry after her and grasp her hand once again. The color of her face turns an even deeper red. I love you.
また。
Spare me the slap. Her hand starts traveling my direction. I grab it before it hits me and look her in the eye. Her expression is a mix of anger, distress, and embarrassment. I really do love this face.
あんまりからかわないでください。
I will take your feedback into consideration. Ah, Chad Koga has just came out this entire episode, and I love it. Her smile is one of relief and exasperation. At this rate, I really don't think I'll be able to stop teasing her anytime soon. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm in love with her, after all.
ニヤニヤしていないで帰りますよ。
Okay.
ではもうちょっとだけこのままでいいです。
See, this is good. Men need this feedback. Like, she's saying it like you can or whatever, but at least this is obvious she wants you to. Got it. Be better if she just said, leave your hand like this a little bit longer. And then guys know, like, okay. Oh, where's it going from here? Oh shit, was that it? That was all? That's all we get. Fujita? Ew. I don't want Fujita. What the? Really? We don't get something more interesting than that. I was hoping for, you know, some of the other characters. I don't want a Fujita. That's gross. I want whatever this is right here. Well, darn. Okay. I'm just gonna do the Fujita route right now. Hopefully it's not super long. We're just gonna get that out of the way because I want to cover whatever the other thing is last. That's gonna be the last episode. It's gonna be just covering whatever that is. This episode after a string of events was cleanly resolved. This happened after a string of events was cleanly resolved. In order to perfect my control over men, I stayed at the school to study and became the principal's secretary. Oh, okay, okay. So this is kind of a continuation. And one day while I was doing regular desk work. Oh, I hate this so much. I have to work for this freaking homunculus and her pet homunculus. Take care of matters that yourself.
できないから頼んでいるんじゃないか。それに私は古賀くんが入れてくれたお茶がいいのだよ。
いいのだよ. She's fine, take a seat.
あ、今日はコーヒーがいいな。
Okay. I really want to study up on mana control techniques and read some magical tomes, but being a secretary is unexpectedly a lot of work. Rather, the principal's just shoving at me any random task she can think of. I never would have imagined I'd be doing so many odd
砂
jobs.
糖は控えめ、ミルクは多めで頼むよ。
Easy on the sugar, heavy on the milk. Sure,
古賀
picky.
くん、まだ
I hate this so much. I mean, this is better than, like, Momo. This is better than, you know, who would be worse? I know there's somebody else that this would be worse, and I can't think. Neko. This is better. Well, this feels so much strange considering that she was so hostile to us not long ago, but now she's talking to me like nothing ever happened. If anything, she seems even friendlier than before. I know it's because of orders from her creator, but still. Here's your coffee.
おー、でーくい。とっても嬉しいよ。
Once you're done drinking that, make sure you take care of the stuff that actually needs to get
も
done.
ちろん分かっていると思う。
Really now.
古賀くん、コーヒーが熱い。冷ましてくれたまえ。
Do it yourself.
ボーボー、少しくらいは構ってくれてもいいもの。
No, we have a girlfriend. Get out of here. I really want to go to the library soon.
やだ。
What are you talking about? Didn't we agree I'd only help you as your secretary until this time each day? Point at the clock as I say that, and she looks up at me with puppy dog eyes fidgeting. I get a bad feeling
だ
about
っ
this.
て明日の理事会で必要な書類がまだ全然用意できてなくて。
Come
明
again?
日の理事会に必要な書類が用意できてない。
Take that sort of stuff seriously, will you? Which ones are still
わ
complete?
あ、手伝ってくれるのかね。それで
Oh
は
my
これ
gosh.
とこれとこれを参考にしてだね。
You barely started! Complaining won't do me any good. The sooner I get through this, the sooner I can head to the library. Freaking Fajita lacking on her work. Finally done. It's well into the night, but somehow I managed to compile all the necessary documents. I didn't think it'd take this long.
わあ、さすがは古賀くんだ。本当に助かったよ。
I'm just glad I managed to get through all of it. Besides, I asked you 3 days ago if you were working on these.
確かに聞かれたね。
Didn't you say that you were? How come they weren't
や
done
ってい
then?
ないって分かったら君が手伝ってくれるかなと思って。えへ
For crying out loud, she doesn't look the least bit remorseful. Why did I choose to do this? I should have just skipped this. Should have just gone to the... I should have just skipped through this and then, you know, went to whatever the last thing is. Why am I dealing with Fajita again? I thought I was over this. Won't be it next time. Take care of this stuff
なん
yourself.
だと？それは困るぞ。
Whoa! She suddenly comes flying at me while she argues back. It takes me by complete surprise. I can't brace myself in time. Clings to me and snuggles up to me while looking at me with upturned eyes.
わからないかな。
No, I don't want to.
構って欲しかったんだよ。
Not at all. As if I
せっ
could.
かくの秘書なのにオフィスラブの一個もないなんて寂しい。
We don't need those. None of those. No, thank you. Rubs her cheeks against mine. She spouts nonsense. It doesn't sound like she's gonna get away from me anytime soon, so I can feel her hold on me getting
手伝っ
stronger.
てくれたお礼にサービスだっていっぱいするのに。ほらほら。
Hey, where do you think you're touching?
だからサービスだと言ったではないか。
Okay, can I just cut it here? Like, we already know what's gonna happen here. Okay, it didn't immediately jump into an H scene, so maybe there's something going on here. This is some of the dialogue. We're telling her to take her job more seriously. Oh, she's been quite serious when she said that. It certainly didn't sound like that. On top of that, her eyes are sparkling. I'm like, oh, please. Please. Which means that she doesn't feel remorseful in the least. Okay, I get it now. You sure are brave to be asking that so openly. Yeah, it was another lewd Fajita scene, but it was really funny at the start because he's like kind of punishing her. Like he kind of like took control and was like, hey, you're gonna freaking cause me trouble, I'm gonna cause you trouble. That part was funny, so there was a little bit of lewdness in there though. But yeah, it was another lewd Fajita scene. What a surprise. But Ushio showing up is kind of funny.
もーちゃんどうしたのもーちゃん急に大きな声出すからびっくりしたよすみません
Oh, it was a dream.
ちょっとひどい夢を見てしまった
Gosh,
だけ
Ushio, control your dreams. They're terrible.
本当顔が真っ赤だよ熱とかない
本当に大丈夫ごめんなさい心配させてしまって
Were you enjoying being cucked? Like, that's kind of
大
strange.
丈夫ならいい
ねえ少し落ち着けばそれにしてもムツキだけでは飽き足らず学園
Oh
長
my
も
gosh. It's getting bad about things that didn't happen.
うん
Ah, beat.
ミッチーお疲れ様
君は一体どれだけド S なんですか
Where the hell did that come from? Oh my gosh. What's up with these side scenes? Episodes have been added to another story. Our first cooking challenge. Is that all? There's not going to be any, like, other stories? Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just go ahead and do this one, too. I'm gonna have to edit this video a lot anyways, so just might as well make it a long one. Oh, hey, we're back to the start. The seal of the treasure is repaired soon after things settle down at school. What goes around comes around, guys. Like, this is like how the game started, this is how the game ends. As a result, the disciplinary committee and bureau had almost no supernatural incidents to deal with. We were back to being our regular students, more or less. The days and months passed by in the blink of an eye. We're now in the long break just before the upcoming graduation ceremony. I'm out on an errand.
そういえばこの辺りは古賀君の家の近くだったような
I recall the address they told me once before. It should be within walking distance, I
突
think.
然尋ねるのは迷惑になるでしょうかでも
Recently, he's been busy with business trips, and we haven't had many chances to meet, so I feel an urge to
そうだ
visit him.
電話かメールをすれば突然押しかけて驚かせることもないのでは
As I'm about to do so, certain memories are recalled to my mind. Why is there so many loot scenes in this?
あれは夢です夢
It pain in the butt to delete all these. What if during this long vacation he secretly did something like that with
い
another
え
girl?
あれは夢ですそれに古賀君はそんなことをする人じゃありません
Like, I actually believe this is pretty accurate. Like, at least, I don't know. I feel like girls do dream about this. They get mad that they're, like, dreaming about themselves getting cucked. I'm like, you're the one dreaming about it. Not, the guy ain't out there doing nothing, but you're the one dreaming about it. So, I think that's on you. It's not about that I'm worried that he's cheating on me. There shouldn't be any problems with me dropping by to say hi since I was in the area. I'll just catch up with him and ask about how Michiru-san's doing. There's nothing strange about that.
こっちの方向のはず
So I'm going through all those thoughts in my mind and arrive at what appears to be Koga-kun's home. Nameplate says Koga as well, so there's no doubt about it. However, I can't muster the courage to ring the doorbell.
ありえないとは思いますが万が一
My gosh,
本
why
当
are
に
you
浮気
assuming?
をしていたら
Why does that always have to be him cheating? I get scared as I picture that in my mind and shake my head to clear it. I know it's impossible, so why am I worried? I don't have any big concerns about him, or at least I don't think I do.
もし他の女の子が彼のことを好きになってしまったら
There was that other girl. Certainly within the realm of possibility. Yep, Fushimi saw in the nursery we met last time, but he denied having a sort of relationship with her. When he was still pretending to be a student, he was on good terms with several of his classmates. Is it the confidence he gets because he's older, or maybe he always had this sort of personality? He does seem friendly to everyone he meets.
いつ誰に好意を寄せられてもおかしくないというか
Apparently everybody does, because you've imagined sex scenes with everybody. Based on that, even if I marched right into his home right this instant, it's possible I could witness an unbelievable sight. I go and ring the doorbell.
迷っていたって真実にはたどり着けない
Well, let's see how this one goes. Let's see, where do I even start? Coming! I lost my thought with my arms folded when the doorbell rings. I heard they make my way to the front door. Hello, sorry to keep you waiting.
あの
Uko, what are you doing here? I'm taken aback by the person standing before me when I open the door.
なぜ少し慌てた様子なんですかもしや不安が現実に
This dude is out here just standing. She's like, oh no, he's cheating on me. Oh, she looks a bit surprised as well. I wonder why. At any rate, her timing couldn't have been any better. Anyways, it's great to see you. Come on in.
あの私はちょっと挨拶をしに来ただけで
It's fine, this way. Her eyes widen when she sees books and papers scattered all across the living room.
なんです
Well, all sorts
料
of
理の
stuff.
本にこれはレシピをプリントアウトしたものですか
Yeah, you see, this all started yesterday. I was setting up the table while waiting for Michiru to finish cooking. Michiru, I'm done here. Is the food ready
ま
yet?
だもうちょっと待ってよ
Starving, though. I'm hungry, too. That sounds really nice, eating some food.
お兄ちゃんもそろそろ自炊できるようになった方がいいと思うよ
It's easier said
た
than
くさん
done.
食べるんだから自分で美味しいもの作れるようになった方がいいじゃないそれに学園にいる間はちゃんとカロリー計算したご飯食べてないでしょ
How'd you
お兄
guess?
ちゃんのことくらいわかります
What she says was right. I just ate whatever while I was at school. I did try my best to control my portions, but it's a different story when it comes to nutrition. Well, I guess knowing how to cook is
じゃ
useful.
あ明日早速やってみよ
Huh? That's such short notice. There's no way I
う
can
大
do
丈
that.
夫だよカレーとかビーフシチューだったら箱の裏に作り方が書いてあるから
It's really that simple.
それに包丁の使い方とか食材の切り方とかは本やネットで調べれば大丈夫材料はだいたい冷蔵庫の中に揃ってるし買い物に行く必要もないよ
I see. Well, it's worth a shot.
明日は予定があって出かけるんだだから帰ってくるまでに晩ご飯作っ
Okay, do my best.
それじゃあご飯できたし食べよう。
Ah, so he's got to do a little bit of cooking, and he's gonna get Ushio to help him. That's why I'm in this predicament.
なるほど、理解しました。
So if you don't mind, could you help me make dinner?
はい、それはわかりました。
That's fine. Here's an apron. I wouldn't want your clothes to
わ
get
ざわ
dirty.
ざありがとうございます。ところで何からすればいいんですか？
Already taken the ingredients out from the fridge and washed the veggies. The next step would be to cut them, but I don't really know
それ
how.
ではまず料理ごとに適した切り方を調べないとい。
She dons the apron as she says that before collecting and pursuing, perusing the books and papers scattered throughout the room. Sorry, I had a brain fart right there. I was just like staring at the word, and nothing was going on in my mind whatsoever. I had a hard time going through all of them myself, but with her help, I think things will go smoothly from here on out.
ところで
Oh, that's a cute
何
apron.
を作るんです？
Beef
わ
stew.
かりました。野菜もお肉も一口大程度に切ればいいようですね。玉ねぎはくし切り。
Yeah, and you gotta remember that the chunks will shrink a little bit, so if you want a little bit bigger, you gotta cut them bigger.
本に写真付きで載っています。このように切るようです。
Okay, let's give it a shot. My wife had to teach me how to cut onions properly. I don't think I've ever really grew up cutting onions. It was kind of bad. I ate kind of like a bachelor. Now as I've gotten older and I have more health problems, I have to actually watch what I eat and follow certain dietary restrictions. I have to actually put some effort in. Kind of sucks, but I just cook simple things. It's not that hard. Two of us are side by side now in the narrow kitchen trying to cook, but we're inexperienced, so I wonder if this will go well. Glance over at Muko and see that she's gripping the knife with her brow furrowed.
包丁を握ってまな板に対して平行に立ち、足を半歩後ろに引き。
I'm just imagining her doing this. Is she alright? You okay, Muko? You seem really flustered.
話しかけないでください。どうすべきか忘れてしまいます。
Oh, okay. So first we peel the vegetables and then cut
皮
them.
むき？それは包丁でですか？
No. Let's see, we have peelers so we can use that.
包丁は一旦。
I'll handle the potatoes. Can you do the carrots? Move on from the cutting phase. Nature said that knives are sharp, so we don't need to use that much force. Something like this, I guess. When I go to try it, it's actually pretty easy. That being said, all I'm doing is cutting veggies.
押して切る。
Yeah, this is the part you don't want to screw up while cooking, because there's consequences. Looking at my side, I see Muko trembling and holding the knife dangerously as she cuts the carrots. I don't know if this is true, but aren't you supposed to, kind of cup your hand like that as you're cutting? So that way, you're not going to cut your fingers that way. It'll brush against your hand. I mean, you'd still probably hurt yourself, but it's not going to cut anything off. That's the most important thing. Are you okay? That doesn't look safe.
待ってください。集中できなくなります。
You seem really clumsy with that
不
knife.
器用とは何ですか？これでも一生懸命やってるんですから。大体手伝えと言ったのは君なのに。
It's out of
その言い方
concern.
はないじゃないですか。
Just afraid you're gonna get hurt.
ごめんなさい。心配されてたんですね。
Yeah, my daughter gets upset when I get mad at her for doing dumb stuff, but it's I'm only getting upset so you realize hey, I don't want you doing that, and there's a reason I don't want you doing that, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. So I would rather get mad at you and then prevent you from hurting yourself rather than you getting hurt, and then crying, super upset. You'll get over me getting mad at you real fast, but if you get hurt, you're gonna be crying and upset. Don't want that. I'm trying to teach you a lesson here. I'm not. They just never understand. Thought that she was angry, but she suddenly blushes embarrassedly. This happens all the time, but that look is seriously unfair. I can't admonish her anymore. I'm sorry too. The knife will cut just fine, even if you don't put that much strength into it. I mean, yeah, there's definitely times when you could be nice about things. You don't have to be mean. Just sometimes my daughter will do things over and over that I know is going to get her hurt if she's not careful, and she just is getting lucky so far. So you kind of have to show a little bit of hey, I'm serious. You got to get stern.
そうなんですか？ わかりました。
I mean, I'm not claiming to be the best parent, but at least, like, I've kept her out of trouble so far, so I consider that a win. Well, just be careful. We managed to finish chopping the veggies, the vegetables. They keep saying veggies now, I keep wanting to say it. Chopping the vegetables, and we move on to the next step after reading the instructions at the back of the box and in books. It says to simmer the vegetables in a low heat, but we don't know how low it means. We don't know how long to simmer it for either, and it's at least starting to resemble beef stew. I think for most things, longer is better. So, like, you could just have it stewing until, you know, Mitra gets home. Because, like, the longer you stew it, the more flavor it absorbs. You just don't want to stew it on a high temperature because you don't want to burn it. A tantalizing aroma comes wafting through the cooking pot. We somehow managed to reach the finish line without messing it up. I sighed and embraced the feeling of
これ
success.
であとはこのまま煮込んでおけば完成ですね。
Yeah, thanks,
い
Muko.
いえ、私は何も。
What are you talking about? You did a bunch of research for me. That was super
お役
helpful.
に立てたなら良かったです。
Takes off her apron, she says, and folds it up tidily before handing it to me.
晩ご飯も無事にできたようですから、そろそろ失礼しますね。
Oh, why not stick around for a bit? We made it together, so you deserve to eat it too. And this is too much for just Mitra and me.
それじゃあもう少しいさせてもらいます。
Look at you cute lovebirds. Please do, it's been a while since we last saw each other anyways. I say that with a smile and she nods embarrassedly. Again, that kind of face should be illegal, but I can't do anything about it if she's not doing it on
み
purpose.
ちるさんはまだ帰ってこないんですか？
Yeah, we got some time until she said she'd be
そうな
back.
んです。
Cute, seeing her all restless. Glancing every which way like an abandoned kitten that was picked up and isn't used to its new surroundings. There's something I want to try
何で
out.
すか？私にできることならやりますが。
Here, put this back on. Oh no, he's doing it. I give her the apron that she just returned to me. Or not.
もう使いませんの。
Chad Koga, he's doing the thing. The other thing that's just as equally good as maid outfits. Don't worry about it, I just want to see you wearing it.
ああ、
Looks confused but obliges my request. Muko.
何をするんですか？
After staring intently at the apron, my face naturally slackens and I hug her forcefully. It's because you're so cute. This man is living the dream. I hate it. I hate it so much. Since we did in the living room and clean up after ourselves, and Miko puts her clothes back on. A naked apron really is every man's dream. Yes, it is. Lucky dog. Asking with satisfaction what happened not too long ago, and she blushes in embarrassment. Maybe I went a bit too far. Sorry, I got too
ど
excited.
うしてあんなものでテンションが上がるんですか？
What do you mean? How does it not make you excited? Like I said, it's every man's
全
dream.
くもって理解不能です。
That's the two things. Every man wants a co-pilot when it comes to cooking, and he wants a co-pilot when it comes to gaming. Am I right or am I right? Okay. Guess it goes without saying, anyone would get excited seeing their girlfriend in an outfit. Never had my wife do the apron yet. Face turns red again. She's at a loss for words. I don't think I said anything strange.
君はそんなことばかり。
That is true. Oh, I think the stew should just be about done by now. Y'all were stewing up something else. That's how it tastes before Michiru gets back. Get up as she follows suit, albeit exasperated. Peer into the simmering pot and are greeted with a tasty-looking beef stew. Scoops out a bit onto a saucer and hands it
味
to
見
me.
なんですから、ほんの少しだけですよ。
I know. Delish. You should try some out too, Muko. It's infinitely better than how I imagined it would turn out. Pass the saucer back and have her try some. Her face immediately lights up when she tastes it.
本当。
Maybe because we worked on it together. Maybe just having her at my side was enough. Enough to make the stew taste so
美味し
good.
い。
She smiles at me warmly. Perhaps she's thinking the same way.
小
Muko
川君、何ですか？
looks slightly uncomfortable from my staring at her and puts the saucer down. It's nothing. I'm glad it turned out well.
そうですね。みちるさん、とても驚かれそうですね。
It was worth the effort we put in, though I doubt I'd be able to make it again by myself. Well, that's not
何度か
important.
反復すれば、君ならすぐに覚えられますよ。なんだか
風に会話していると
もう私は何をおかしなことを考えて。これはたまたま偶然こうなっただけで、彼にそういう意図はないし、多分気づいてもないし。
Yeah, I'm kind of sad that the none of the endings had them like kind of in the future, you know?
そうだ、みちるさんが帰ってくる前にあちらの本も片付けた方が。あれ古賀くんいない。さっきまで隣にいたと思う。浮かれていたのはやはり私だけだったようですね。
Dude just left.
ええ、分かってました。でももう少しだけ新婚家庭の気分に浸らせてくれてもいいじゃないですか。あんな恥ずかしい格好までさせられて。
Hey, Muko.
何ですか？
Is it just me or did you get mad all of a sudden?
別に怒ってません。いつも通りです。
Not mad. I'm the same as always. Well, I guess you're acting more or less like your usual self, but
古賀くん
did she pick up the strange aura I was emanating? Her expression softens and she looks at me curiously. I'm feeling more uncomfortable now, but I pull myself together and straighten my posture. So, I was planning on telling you later, but now sort of felt like the right time, I
何で
guess.
しょうか？
Here, take a seat. It's not going to be a long talk, but it would be rude of me to keep her standing the entire time. Takes me up on my offer and sits down. I still don't have complete control over my powers, and I'm sure I'm still nowhere near done with my studies, so it'll probably be a while before I leave the school. Stiffens up, and it seems that was enough for her to get the gist of what the conversation was going to be
そ
about.
うですね。古賀くんは勉強不足が過ぎると学園長がたまに嘆いておられます。
Why that little? Anyways, this isn't about the principal. You're going to be staying at the school, and you're going to graduate and move on to university.
はい。
I'm asking us to make sure, but I don't plan on breaking up just because this is going to turn into a long distance thing, but neither do you, right?
当たり前です。そんなこと考えてません。
Okay, so they're actually talking about their future. That's nice. Great, that's all I want to confirm. She looks at me somewhat relieved as I say that, and the tension
あ
leaves
の
her.
学園は携帯が通じませんから。そうなったら電話で連絡を取るしかありませんね。あとは休日に2人の予定が合いそうなら会えるかどうか。
You can hear the loneliness mixed into our voice. Yeah, we definitely won't be able to see each other as much as when we're not at the same school anymore.
でも仕方ありません。
Well, everything will be alright if I can hurry up and master my own
早
mana.
くそうなってくれないと困ります。
Problematic for yourself too, huh?
私は真面目に話をしてるんですよ。
I know. Let me see your hand.
なぜです？
Just do it.
そんなに引っ張らなくても出しますから。
Aww. That's sweet. Okay, they made this better. I could have done without the H chain right before this, but still, this is nice. I take her left hand and place on her ring finger something I've been hiding in my palm. It's what I'd suddenly made up my mind about and rushed back to my room to get. Oh, they had a scene where she gives him the sloppy toppy while wearing an apron, and he's like, I've made up my mind. Like, she's definitely the one. Smart man. Smart man. Her eyes are bigger than anything I've ever seen before after I put the ring on her. I'm sorry. That's why I'm saying it would have been better if it wasn't just... If there wasn't just an 8 scene right before it. Oh, it would have been a little bit more romantic. Could have a laugh at her expression. I knew that she'd be surprised, but not this surprised. How's the size? If it's too big or too small, I can.
問題ありません。
Glad to hear it. I was worried since I only vaguely remembered your size.
古賀君、これは
She's still unsure of how to interpret this
卒業
gift.
したら離れることになるから、その代わりにこれを私にくれるという。
There's that, but that's not all.
けど
I wouldn't have to do it here. Wouldn't have had to do it here if that was the only reason. Not saying right this instant, but once I fully understand and have control of my own powers, I want you to marry me. Her jaw drops upon hearing that. However, she soon processes my words and blushes. She's completely flustered and her eyes wander.
古学私は
Those are my feelings. I meant for this to be an engagement ring. Even after you graduate and leave, my feelings towards you will never change. By the way, you don't need to be worried about my disease. Apparently I'll be able to cure myself once I know how to use my powers properly. So, it's fine if you don't have an answer for me right now, but if you do, I'd like to hear it.
答えは古学
Wow.
私
I don't think I've seen Ushio at such a loss for words. You also what? I need to spell it out for me. Stare at her intently and her eyes start tearing up. She looks like she could start crying any moment, but she desperately holds it back and smiles.
私も気持ちは変わりません古学と一緒になりたい
My heart is filled with warmth as she says that. Might take a while, but will you wait for me?
はいでもあまり長く待たせないでくださいね本当はずっとそばにいたいんです
Okay, I'll do my best.
期待しています
Seeing her honestly nodding at that makes me feel like I'll have to give my studies 110%. I can't have her wait for me until we're both old and wrinkly. I almost forgot, Muko.
はい何ですか
I haven't told you this yet today. I already know what he's about to say. Press her smiling face and whisper softly to her. I love you more than anyone else in the world.
私もあなただけを愛しています
Oh, that was so sweet. That was a great way to end it. Like I said, could have done without the H scene right beforehand, you know? I would have liked it to be its own thing. Well. Okay, I didn't expect that to be the end of like, oh, am I gonna lock something secret after I beat all these, you know? Well, I say beat, but you know what I mean. Okay, I mean... I'm done. That's it. That's Ley-Line. Like, I mean, let me know if I missed anything. Was there anything else I was supposed to do? Because I think, like, that was it. Like, I'm done with Ley-Line. I have seen the ending. I've seen the happy ending that they had. I would have loved for them to go way more into detail. I think they should have done less HCN stuff. Done way more time, like, making an ending. Making, like, a happy end. I understand it's kind of like a school-based story, but... I love when they pull a clan ad after story and they're like, oh yeah, here's them, like, grown up. Here's them with kids, you know, like, really seeing them, like, having their happy ending. I would have loved more like that, but, you know, this was good, too. I like how they kind of threw that in there at the end when he... I still can't believe he made up his mind after that scene. Like, you can't tell me that wasn't on purpose. Like, they didn't do some stupid shit like that. Maybe that's par of the course for Koga, but who knows. I liked how Mitsuru got to, you know, end up at school, and how they kind of showed that, and Ushio had her moment. I mean, let's look at the after stories real quick. Rito one was good. I would have liked them to not lewd Rito, but they did. These were all lewd. Literally every story in here is lewd. Every single one. But we got to see Ushio and Matsuki in Maid outfits, so that kind of makes up for it. These were both lewd, but they actually progressed the story, which was nice. I could have done without the entire Fajita sequence. That could have been burned and thrown away. But, you know. Alright, I mean, I just want to give a few final thoughts. I've kind of already mentioned some of these, so sorry for repeating myself. First game was definitely the stepping stone to make everything that happened after so much better. I mean, it was the world building, it was the explanation of kind of the Night Realm and what was going on there. Second game, just absolutely amazing. I really, really, really like that one. I know the third one was awesome too, but I think the second one was just my favorite. Because there were so many moments that had me wanting to jump out of my seat, like blowing my mind. So much so much build up to it. Like, there's so many moments that you could look back and think, oh, this was a hint towards that, right? So I think the second one was really strong. I liked the addition of Adelheid and Louis. I think those two characters made this so much better. Like, if we just had the rest of the cast without them, wouldn't have been nearly as good. I think they added a lot to the story. Having the whole thing with Angel, and then, you know, how come Kral's on it? I would have liked Kral to be a little bit more of a player in the story. I understand that it was technically not... There was no way they could have incorporated her unless they added something else, but I kept wanting this build up to Kral being somebody. Like, I thought Kral was going to actually be the Ermine and things like that. Didn't really get a rewarding payoff as far as that. I mean, the Ermine being kind of controlled by Hina, I mean, it was okay. It made sense, but it wasn't the big build-up I expected for the Ermine, you know? Is there anything else I want to say? I mean, I have a lot I could say. Like, there was a lot of great moments. There's a lot of great music tracks in this, really good story elements, really great characters. I really liked most of the characters. Didn't like Momo. Neko was funny, like, I'll give her that, but her route in the first game kind of dragged for me. That's when I was like, oh, am I really gonna like this series? I think once we got to the end of the first game, I was like, okay, really like this. Then we got to the second game, and it just kept going strong from there. That's when I knew it was good. When we got to Remnant Shadow, like, that was awesome. Like, as soon as we started getting the second game, it just kept going from there. There was obviously some slow moments at times, but overall it was really fast paced. I was expecting Shizuka to have some more big moments. I kind of understand he did in the first game, right? I was expecting him to kind of have like a power spike. They definitely took this whole thing in a different direction than I thought. By the second game, I started guessing what was going to happen a lot better, and I started anticipating it more, but at the same time, it surprised me still quite a lot. The first game was so hard because they gave you so little information. It was mostly just focused on us kind of doing exploits or whatever. I mean, the grand scheme of things, it was worth it, right? But I would have liked them to speed it up a little bit. There was a lot of times we were just being goofy and going after Mist. I don't know, we took so much time in the Mist. But yeah. Sorry. I think we say goodbye to Ley-Line. I think I'm just gonna not bore you guys by talking forever. I think we're just gonna say goodbye. Thank you guys for... I don't even remember who it was now at this point. It's been so long. It's been months. I mean, I beat this in less than a year. And then Beast is over here trying to finish the game in like 2 months. He's been sick, or I think he would have been done long before me. But I thank you to whoever recommended me this. I think there was multiple people, because I was going through Chrono Clock, and then everyone was like, you should play a Clockwork. I'm like, oh, another clock game. I guess I will. This series has been really wonderful. I really appreciate you guys recommending it to me. It has a lot of meaningful and memorable characters that I'll probably forget, you know, as soon as I start playing another game. I'll be like, ah, shit, what was that person's name again? I just do that, but I hope to, like, kind of come back here and there and remember the memories I've had with the game. So I'll leave it off there. Thank you guys, especially if you followed me the entire time. I mean, this has been not a short series by any means. It's been at least like 20 something hours per game, and you know me, it takes forever to get through it. So I'm looking forward to some of the projects I have in the future. For now, I'm going to focus on Happy Mayor for a little bit before I start anything up. I'll try to keep 2 series going, just because, I don't know, I like focusing on 1 for the speed of it, but 2 just kind of gives me more variety and things. But for now, I'm going to continue a little bit of Happy Mayor. Really looking forward to that story. That's been really good too, so if you guys haven't been following that, go ahead and watch me play through that. It's quite interesting. And yeah. Bye, Ley-Line. Bye, you guys. I'll see you in some other series.